talking? Or no?
I hope he is.
He said he was gonna say something, and he hasn't. Oh, there it goes. We're live. No, we're not. Wait.
He's counting down.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 25 of GT Insider. This is a place where you can come join us for quick insight into all things gaming and maybe hear something that will enhance your Gaming Tribe experience. As always, everything on the show is the opinion of the host and not necessarily the opinion of Gaming Tribe or Mass Luminosity. Why don't you guys take a minute, tell everyone what games you've played this week. We'll start with Tim.
I have been on the roads. I've been playing nothing but mobile games. So I took my iPad with me, and I've been playing things like Clash of Clans, but more importantly, I've been playing the Star Wars equivalent of Clash of Clans, the Commander, and just started, so I don't know. Other than that, I've been playing, 2048 and stuff like that. No computer games for me because I've been on the road, so...
Alright, well that'll work. Joe, what have you played this week?
Well, for me, I've been playing a ton of Minecraft this week thanks to one of the guys in our Student Center bought a Realm server, so I've been getting to try out that and see what it's like. There's also been, I've been playing League of Legends, of course, Payday 2. I don't think I actually played Dark Souls this week. Let me think. Oh, and Jet Set Radio, which is an interesting game.
Didn't you stream that this past week?
Yeah, I streamed that on Friday on the GT Tribe Twitch.
Very good, very good. How many people did you have? Do you know?
I think we hit 10 at one point, but for most of it was about 6 or 7.
It's not bad. We'll definitely see that number go up over time. Keegan, what have you played this week?
Well, to add on to what Joe was saying, I'm big fan of Jet Set Radio, Jet Grind Radio. I love that game. I used to have Dreamcast, played it all the time. What I've been playing lately is a game called Unturned, which is it's a DayZ-esque zombie survival game. Very intricate gameplay, multiplayer, single player. It has Minecraft sandbox elements to it. Very interesting game. I invite everybody to play it. It's really good. It's free to play right now. So.
Yeah, I was about to ask. It's voxel based, right? So all the mostly blocks and stuff. Okay.
Yeah, it's excellent. It's really good gameplay.
Nice. It's pretty easy for me for what I've played this week. WoW, lots of WoW. It's because they're pushing out a big patch before the expansion, which is patch 6.0, and there are a lot of things going away in preparation for the expansion, and I'm like, I need to get myself geared so I can do certain runs and get certain achievements and whatever else, because I won't be able to get them otherwise once the patch comes out. So yeah, lots of WoW. And then I bought my mom and my stepdad some time, so now I can actually play together with them. Like, that was the whole original reason I play now anyway, so there's that. Okay, nice. Let's go ahead and move on to topics today. Joe, what did you bring to the table for us?
Okay, well, I mentioned it when I was talking about what games I've been playing, which I forgot about Hearthstone, but everybody can just assume that. Anyways, but Minecraft was pushing out over the last year, I believe, this thing called Realms, which initially wasn't offered in the US. It was only offered in Europe because Minecraft, of course, I'm going to mess up which country it's in. Minecraft is sourced from, I believe it's Netherlands. So all their servers were there, so it was easier to do server-side stuff in Europe, and so it was limited to there. However, they recently brought servers over to the US. I'm not sure how recently. I believe it was in August-ish. But it's really cool because it's actually like the servers are maintained 24/7, which means that you don't have to have a friend who has his computer on 24/7 if you want a server all around the clock. And if you have a friend who can't do that, you don't have to text him at 1 a.m. when you get really want to go on a Minecraft binge for a little bit. Be like, hey dude, can you turn on your computer? I just had this great idea for a crazy redstone circuit I wanted to try on your server. Like, you don't have to do that because it's always on, and it's right now I believe it's $10 for the first month because they're doing some sort of sale thing, but normally it's around $13 a month, which really isn't that much when you think about it. They have enough
That's just under what you pay for WoW.
Yeah, and I'm gonna log onto my Minecraft really quick to make sure I remember correctly how many people are allowed on the server at a time. And I believe it's about 20 or 25. And the way it works is you don't give people your IP address. You tell the server their Minecraft username, and then they can log on to your server using that. And it's a white list of about 20 to 25 people. I'm gonna see if it will let me see it. Yeah, it's not gonna tell me how. But
That's okay.
basically, it's like 20 to 25 people that can be on at one time or at all. And what you do, it's just like a normal server basically. There's no unfortunately there's no like mods as far as I know for right now. Like you have to play vanilla Minecraft, which for me that's fine because I enjoy vanilla Minecraft. A lot of people don't. But you can have, there are mod privileges, so you can have people in creative mode and that sort of thing if you want that. It's just really cool because it's a server that you can get on whenever. And this one guy in our student center decided to buy his own realm. And so now everybody at the student center all plays on this one server. And it's just really fun, and it brings back sort of the fun of Minecraft without having somebody having to invest a way more time into it than anybody else does. And it's like, well, if people start becoming inactive, then you simply remove the people that are being inactive from your server and
Very
bring in
nice.
new people.
No, see,
Yeah, and it's
I'm an active Minecraft player myself, and I didn't even know about this. So definitely
Yeah.
forward this information. This is interesting.
yeah, it's on the, like when you log on to Minecraft, there's the 3 tabs. It's got like single player, multiplayer, and then it has realms. And just click that, and you can go straight to their website through there. Like you click buy realm, and it'll bring you to their website. And be like, hey, this is what we're offering. This is our price range, and you can buy like anywhere from just buying it a month at a time to doing like 3 months at a time or 6 months at a time. A lot like
Very
Warcraft
cool.
does with their pricing. I'm pretty sure the price reduces monthly with how much you're buying at a time.
Maybe we should get a G-Tribe Minecraft realm.
That would be really cool, especially if we had a lot of people active. The only issue is that it is only 20 people, and G-Tribe is a community of like
Yeah.
a few 100,000 now, I believe. So,
Well, I don't know what
Yeah.
it takes to run a server, but I do have a secondary PC sitting right here that I don't use for anything. I could just leave it on all the time.
oh, and that's something I wanted to go into actually. It's like another issue with doing servers a lot is that you'll get lag with somebody's computer just because it's not as souped up as their normal computer is, or they're
True.
using their normal computer for it, but they still need to be able to get other stuff done while their server's running.
Right.
The server, it has very little lag, which when it does lag, I'm in the student center, so there's like 500 other people using all their laptops on the internet at the same time. I can't expect to have perfect connections there.
Not
But
to
it's
mention all the
very-
cell phones and everything like that. That's-
Yeah,
Tablet.
my
I don't
cell
th-
phone's
I
connected.
don't think anyone
can't
here will
complain.
understand.
Yeah, it's pretty rough, but it's like, so I get on there, and it's like sometimes like a little tiny bit of lag, nothing that bothers me too much. We've had this server crash a total of 1 time, and we aren't really sure what happened there. It could have been Auburn's internet for all we know, but they have actively had things running to try and push the limits of a server. They were doing this thing called chicken compressors, which is where you have a bunch of chickens in this room that's just full of pistons, just pushing them back and forth as quickly as possible.
Oh,
And they had
Jesus.
like
Nice.
4 or 5 of these giant ones just running across the server, trying to put strain on it just to see what it could handle.
That's
like these guys are
impressive.
just going all out for it just to see.
That's
and
pretty cool.
Nothing really happened.
Yeah.
It handled it all beautiful. Like this is the best server experience you will probably get unless you have a friend who has an actual server box built to do Minecraft servers.
Yeah, I'll definitely.
In my
be,
opinion.
checking that out myself. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I
it's
still might
fantastic.
consider just running something because honestly, this PC sits here.
Yeah.
I
there's
don't
no
even
reason
turn it
not
on.
to.
It because I don't have a keyboard and a mouse for it. So I'm probably gonna hook it up and like run TeamViewer so I can at least access it. And I don't use it for anything at the moment.
Then at that point, yeah, you could run one. Just remember that if you have a data cap on your internet provider,
I don't.
okay, I was about to say, if you have a data cap on your internet provider, I'm pretty sure that running a Minecraft server out of your house will boost you to that cap very quickly.
I don't have a cap.
Okay,
and
cool.
this is also dual boot, so I have Windows 7, but I also have Ubuntu on it, so I
I was
can
about to say,
choose
you
which
can
one.
run a server off of Ubuntu, and it should be better off of that than off of Windows, but I'm
I'll
not
probably
sure.
I'll probably do it that way because I need to learn how to use Linux anyway because I've never used Linux before.
So, hey. Minecraft Realms is awesome, and we might have a GT server soon. So, two
Yeah.
cool things to Minecraft players. And
we
I
will
literally-
look into that.
and Realms
I'm
basically
all about
literally
that.
brought
I
me
would-
back into Minecraft.
Very
Because
cool.
I love the server system, but I've never been able to get a server that's been stable for a long time, and this has been fantastic for me.
All right.
I will.
Fantastic. We will talk about this more later. Go ahead, Tim. Sorry.
I can probably look into the Minecraft server realms a little bit if the pricing becomes an option. Let's see here. Let's move into my topic real quick. My topic
Yes,
is
definitely.
a upcoming Steam game that I kind of looked around and saw on Steam and just want to kind of check it out a little bit and want to see what y'all's opinions are. So, the name of this game is called Depth, as in deeper depth type depth. Okay, it is
That was such a great
I know,
explanation.
I know. Some people they can't hear through my southern northern collision of
You showed me this earlier.
languages.
I remember
yes,
this.
I showed Joe this. We were standing in line at a fast food restaurant
So
today,
good.
earlier this week, and I pulled this thing up and I wanted to show it to him, and he says it looks good. So we'll see what else.
I think it'll be fantastic.
I'm
All
gonna
right.
have to look this up soon.
So
Yeah, I'll have to see that.
Death is a PvP multiplayer game, okay? And not in your traditional PvP. As the name suggests, it has to deal with something, deep. Well, you're actually underwater, okay? You're underwater and the humans are trying to basically treasure hunt on the seabed, looking for, golden cups, golden plates, and all this stuff in shipwrecks or whatever in the middle of the ocean, right? So what else is out in the ocean that tends to get some press? Sharks. Okay? So you have people going underwater. Some people have like guns and stuff like that. Well, you're playing as either the diver or you're playing as the shark,
I'm gonna be a shark.
trying to kill other people. It says it uses stealth, cunning, and teamwork, but definitely looks freaking amazing. The graphics
Yeah,
are
it does.
actually not half bad for an indie company.
Yeah, it looks really pretty actually. I'm impressed with it.
and
The
That's gonna be a
screenshots
shark.
at least.
yeah,
See,
and
for somebody that has so much fear for open sea, and I always have, this game actually looks incredibly intense to me.
Yeah.
Everybody's got to check it out. This is so cool.
I just want to be a shark so I can eat people. Like that's. Once you
That's
said
great.
that part, you've got me hooked. I want this game. I
Me and
wanna
Tim
be a
will be
shark.
scuba divers, and you can try and kill us.
Yes.
so I'm very looking forward to this. There's no price marks for it yet. It's set to release sometime in November. No set date. It's supposed to have good audio and interface controls, and I'm a little worried on how they're going to have this the controls, but at the same time I really just want to eat somebody.
Yes.
And I definitely want to say this though: the developer / publisher, the people who are making this game are called Digital Confectioners, or something like that. And
It's a cool name.
It's just a weird name, which you got to respect indie companies with awesome names. Another thing is that it's not like a low grade game either. It's got some reasonable requirements in running it. Like 3 gigs of RAM. You see a lot of indie games come out there. They're working at like 512 or 1 gig. So this one's actually a little step up for a lot of smaller indie games, and I can
Yeah.
see this being pretty big.
I'm-
If it gets the word out that it's around, and hey, that's what I'm trying to do. I saw this game, I thought it looked awesome. I don't really care if you pretty much have to play PvP the entire time online.
Which is probably how it'll be from the looks of it right now.
That's what it says, and I'm only saying that because I read that it has offline play with artificial intelligent bots.
Cool.
So with AI. AI controlled bots, they can be good, they can be bad, who knows. But nothing quite satisfies the hunger of chewing somebody's arms off as a shark.
Yeah, good find. That's
Um,
incredible.
Yeah.
Although it's not listed on Steam with them on it for some reason, I don't know why. I looked up their website right quick just to see what all they've worked on, and apparently they were at least, I guess the people from the company were at least involved in another game called Tiny Brains, which has mixed reviews, but it looks really good. So it seems like their company, or at least some of the people in their company, have a lot of experience working in games that look good at least.
Hey,
Because like the 3D
visuals,
graphics on this are amazing.
yeah, the visuals
For an
don't really
indie company.
draw me to games as much as other people. Because if anyone who watched last week, I totally agree with Randy. The gameplay experience is what's going to draw people into
Yeah.
the game.
Yes.
And I can understand not being able to find a game because nobody wants to play human inside of this game. I can understand that. So that could be one element in PvPing that's going
They
to
may
be
have free for all mode or something to help with that issue.
And see, they say teamwork, so I'm guessing it might be more than one shark, more than one human.
This will be
yeah.
so much fun.
And
See,
so
I would love to be a human in this game. Like,
Nope.
I like being humans in games like this, because then I at least have, like, over the sharks, I would assume I would have range at least, so I'm not having to get up in the face of everyone. And it's more, I always play the sniper classes in every game I play. So it's more tuned for me to be able to, do my little sneaky sneak thing and try and shoot things from a distance and not get, spotted by the sharks,
But
which
you
will be a lot
can't-
of fun.
You won't hear me swimming up behind you. Ah.
That'll be interesting to see, because like when you're playing big time first person shooter games, especially online, one of the big deals is listening for footsteps. And since you're underwater, I'm wondering how much they'll be how realistic they'll deal with the sound issues. Like, will sharks be able to even hear at all? Because I'm not sure if sharks have ears.
I don't know. Like
Did somebody verify
I
that?
did research on this
Yeah.
before and I completely forgot. But for me, when it comes to playing games, I try to go as far away from human as I can. That's why whenever I play WoW, you'll see me as a Worgen or a Tauren or
I like the
the
Tauren.
space goat. That one's weird.
Space goat? There's one in
The-
WoW?
Yeah, the Draenei.
Oh, okay.
They look like space goats. Sorry.
That's fair, actually. I never thought about that, but they really do. You're
Yeah,
right.
so I avoid human as possible. As human as I think the closest to human I've ever gotten was undead. But I'm either a panda, a Worgen, or a giant cow. So yeah, I don't play humans. So for me, all about the shark. All about the shark. I will eat someone's face and enjoy it.
Keegan.
No, I actually just answered it in chat. I would be human specifically because I love shock factor. Huge Silent Hill fan. I love things that are going to terrify me, and this sounds absolutely horrifying. So human.
Yeah.
Okay.
On that
Yeah.
note, how do you feel about? Have you ever looked at Friday Night at Freddy or Five Nights at Freddy's? Have you watched any of the gameplay for that for shock value?
No, actually, I haven't even heard of it. If you
What?
can link me to that, yeah.
You need to
Alright.
look at that game. If you like the jump scare sort of style games, that game is all for you right there. It's super stressful, and it's scary as all get out. It's great.
I love it. So, in the midst of all this Destiny and ArcAge and all this other stuff, be sure to check out Depth whenever it comes out, because all those games are going to be on their decline. I don't care if Destiny has a 10-year plan or not. They're going to be on their decline when Depth comes out, because I'm going to be
November.
eating... Kat and I are going to be eating body limbs of Joe while he's trying to die for treasure. And
I play Dark Souls. It's all about them death runs for the treasure.
I haven't played Destiny or ArcAge yet, so I can't really rag on them too much to give them a fair point of view. So I just kind of want to throw that out there, though. But Depth, November 2014. If you're interested in playing, be sure to keep an eye out. Keep me informed if anyone sees the release date come out before I do, and if someone, I'll tell you this right now, if someone catches the release date before I do, and the game's a $15 or under game, I will buy it I will pre-order it and buy you a copy as well. But you
Oh
have to
my
find
God.
but you have to find the release date before I do on Steam. If you find it on their website or something
on
like that doesn't
Steam.
count. Just
How
saying.
does it not count? Their website should be within the bounds of that, Tim. That's
that
fair.
should be within the.
Because I want to see the
come on.
price
That's your
point
fault
show
for
up
not
on Steam
checking.
first. So
You're making it
okay.
so difficult for me.
I have to make it somewhat difficult. Come on.
But I want it. I want to be assured.
It's
Well, I
okay.
mean, you could always buy it. Ken.
Yeah, but I'm broke. You don't get it. I have no money.
Oh, and one more thing. I think they already have. They've already named their DLC to this game as well, and it's not necessarily on that initial store page. So, anyways,
Keegan's got a bit of a fan club going on in the chat.
I'm seeing that.
I'm seeing so much where it's like so hot, or I'm just like, where's my fan club? I'm jealous.
Thanks, guys. I assume most of them are my buddies. In real
Probably.
life, I invited a lot of people, but hey, regardless, thanks for coming and being on this. Subscribe definitely. They do a lot of different events on
Yes.
GT Insider, so I'm sure you'll hear about it along the stream. So
Yes, we will talk about it for sure. Tim, did you have anything else to say about depth, or are you ready to?
I just wanted to hype it a little bit because I feel like they deserve it based on
Dude, you've
based on
already
what I've
got
seen
me.
already. So
I'm hook, line, and sinker, man. I'm already ready. I'm like, this game needs to be out now. Let's go. Can you imagine this game on the Oculus Rift?
no,
Oh,
I would
my
not be able
God.
to do that.
That
No.
would be so fun.
excuse me, I'm gonna go pre-order one real quick.
I can see myself like running into a wall because I'm chasing somebody down as a shark, and I forget that I'm not sitting in a chair, and I'll just knock myself out. That would be really
On
funny.
the thought of the Oculus Rift, just random thought. Have you guys seen the live preview for the Half-Life 2 demo of the Oculus Rift?
Mm-mm.
No, I haven't seen it.
It is incredible. The revolver, you actually you aim, and then you actually have to
Oh,
look
wow.
down your scope, and then when you
Ooh.
run out of ammo, there's no reload button. You actually flip it to the side, go like that, drop the ammo, and then you actually have to go like this, and then pop it back in.
I want it.
That's
It's
awesome.
so detailed. It's
Already
insane.
sold on it. Someone win the lottery and give me all your winnings. Let's go.
That's like Receiver. There's a game on Steam right now where you have to like when you're trying to reload it's a very simple game, but like the gun mechanics are insane because you have to like there's a key for popping open the gun or like dropping the magazine, putting bullets into the magazine, reloading magazine, and then pulling back the slide and popping off safety. All those are like keys you have to remember when you're playing it. That's really cool.
Right,
Go
right.
ahead and I'm gonna link you guys that are watching that video that I was just talking about in the chat for the Half-Life 2 Oculus Rift demo. You gotta check it out. It's really cool. There we go.
Very nice, very nice.
Perfect. All right, let's go ahead and segue into your topic, Keegan, because we're very far off topic. And as much as I love this, let's get this part done before we tangent again. What are you bringing to the table today?
Just general discussion about the dynamics of music in video games. I got a pretty great opportunity. Am I allowed to talk about this right now, or?
I don't see why not.
Yeah.
Okay. I got a great
Self-love.
opportunity. I love Gaming Tribe. Big fan of Mass Luminosity. Have been for a long time now. And the opportunity I got was to, how should I say it? Compose an intro song, possibly an outro for the GT Insider stream. And I'm very proud to do it. Very excited myself. So that's why I thought I'd bring up a music topic. First off, what are some of your favorite composers for video games?
Ooh, video game.
I don't know anybody.
Okay,
Who
big
did
personal
that
favorite.
game?
Big personal favorite, Nobuo Uematsu. Final Fantasy.
Yes. Oh gosh.
Yes.
Final
Love it.
Fantasy, everything music-wise is awesome, and I have to admit,
Final
I really
Fantasy
like the. Go ahead.
and Zelda. Zelda is
Yes.
also very good.
Yes.
So I will
Yep.
bring both of those into this conversation.
I'm a bit partial to some of the music in Pokemon in certain towns.
Right.
Some
Yes.
towns just drive me crazy, but other ones I'm like, I could stay here for an hour and just listen to it. It's really nice.
Right.
I think, what was it called? Is it Vermilion or Viridian, the ghost town? Like, something about it was like, I can't really describe the way it sounds, so I'll have to find the YouTube and link it, but something about that music is very somber and ghostly, and that's like my favorite Pokemon town song, but I have no idea who makes it.
Are you talking about the one
Yeah.
where with the
The high-pitched
Helmet.
singing sound?
yeah, that supposedly
Yes.
caused like all the craziness.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a bunch of bull in my opinion, but yes, that's the
It
one I'm
was.
talking
I can't-
about.
I can't listen to that music. It freaks me out for some reason. It
I
messes with my
like
head too
it.
good. I
Now
mean,
see-
it's great. It's just like, it's off-putting. But I'm sure that was what they were going for. So
Oh
it's
yeah,
perfect.
it's a town full of ghosts. It's kind of the point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like, I'm not
I
complaining
absolutely-
that it.
No, I love the soundtracks for Silent Hill. I do. They're
I've never
compelling.
heard
they're so in depth towards the game. It's supposed to be surreal, ghost-like. Oh, how do you even put it? It's meant to warp your mind in some way, shape, or form. It really is.
Considering the game it's going with, I'm assuming that's what they want.
Exactly.
Nice.
I
Then,
may
of
get
course-
some hate for this, but I do like the music in a lot of the WoW and Diablo games.
No, that's great. Great soundtrack.
I always
I got-
keep my music on when I play. I know some people turn it off, but I'm like, I have to
Yeah.
because it's really nice and it sets the theme. Quite
Yeah.
well.
Now, on this subject, there's something that I would love to bring to the table. A lot of people don't know about this. It's something called Video Games Live. And it is an orchestra that travels all around the world, performing some of your favorite video games music live
Ooh,
Cool.
with a huge high definition screen in the background, lasers going crazy. It is incredible. I want to go so bad.
that sounds awesome. I need to Google that and see if they ever come to Phoenix and
They
save
yeah.
up somebody.
they were in Atlanta for the Zelda, and
I
Joe,
heard about
yeah,
that.
Joe, if you remember Dr. Scott, at the time who was Master Scott because he didn't have his PhD
Scott
yet.
Aragona?
Yes, and he is a PhD math student at the time. And he's now a professor at a college across our state. Good friend of ours, and he actually went to one of their shows for the Zelda music in Atlanta, Georgia, which is about 2 hours from us. And so jealous because he told me after the fact, not before.
Really?
Yeah, he told me after the fact.
I'd be
That's
so
What you
mad.
get for not fixing your DDR machine, Tim? He was actually just disappointed in you.
Probably. This is actually before it broke, so.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah.
I've actually never been to a live concert that wasn't like school related.
Huh.
This is the one that you should go to then, because I'm telling you, it just watching. I think I watched an hour and a half YouTube video on this, and it touched me so much. I'm sitting here sobbing on my couch.
Oh
Uh,
man.
Like
Dang.
from Mass Effect to Zelda to Super Mario to Sonic the Hedgehog. I mean, they perform it all. It's great.
Nice.
I mean,
So my birthday's coming up.
go see if they're going to be in Orlando.
Yeah. So, did they ever do anything from Jet Set Radio?
I think they did actually.
Oh,
And I'm
really?
seeing it.
Wow.
I'm seeing in the chat room. There's a few people that actually went to it.
Yeah.
Best-
I
best
thought I
concert I've
remembered
ever been
somebody
to.
going there.
Amanda went.
Yeah, Amanda. 'cause
Yeah.
One of the
First,
former grand prize
that was-
winners of
Yeah.
the Global Giveaway. She went. She's also a community volunteer now, and yeah. So
I forgot about that. Yeah, I thought I had heard about some of us going to a video game concert.
I will
Looks like,
say this. I will say this. I'm not going to say it because of Halo 4 or Halo 5 Guardians being released or anything like that. But the first Halo, Combat Evolved, the soundtrack from that
was really good.
Was the first time I actually felt absorbed in any of the
Yes.
any of the consoles that started out on Xbox or PlayStation. It was the first one that I got kind of absorbed in, and I didn't mind leaving its like load screen up, just listening to the music.
It was so good.
or anything like that. And if I
Yeah,
remember correctly,
Right.
it was O'Donnell. I want to say Martin O'Donnell who composed that, and his music is really really good in my opinion. Anything with a full orchestra is definitely going to be favored by me. Sorry about any of the electronic fans, but full orchestra is definitely you can't beat it if you can't play it live. If you can play
Right.
it, if you can play it live, you just
Yeah.
you get to see people making the music. Whereas if you see someone making an EDM soundtrack, you can't necessarily understand what's going on from a prospect. I mean, like if you've ever watched anyone play a violin or a viola,
It's so
or-
mesmerizing.
it really is. It really is.
Yeah.
Oh, they'll be in Atlanta on the 11th of October.
Right.
Sweet.
They already did Phoenix back in March when I didn't know they
Aw.
existed. So I missed that. I'm sad.
All right, Joe, let's go.
Okay, sure. I've got to say, my favorite soundtrack, and everybody's going to be expecting this, has to be, well, actually, I'll throw in the two of them. Bastion has a great one, and it was all done by Darren
Yes.
Cobb, and everybody knows that. But Dark Souls 1 song music, it didn't have a lot of music, but on boss fights, it always picked the perfect music for each individual boss fight. And I'm not positive that they all were different, because half of me was like, oh, this is a great song. Another half of me was like, gotta stay alive right now, though. There's two guys coming at me. One has a giant hammer, one has a giant spear, and I'm not sure what to do about this. But
Yeah,
not Dark
ask
Souls 2 quite as much. But Dark Souls 1 did really
Yeah.
good job of atmospheric music. And then Painkiller had great music, but
Now that
I
made
just
me
looked
think
that
of a
one
new
up.
one. That made me think of a brand new one that just came out. It's a Ubisoft game, Ubisoft, however you want to say it, and it's actually called Child of Light.
Oh,
I've been seeing advertisements for that everywhere.
Game is great. I own it. The soundtrack.
Really?
Please no
is-
spoilers.
Yeah.
No spoilers. But I mean, gameplay's great. Soundtrack's excellent. The storyline is phenomenal. If you like fairy tale, like fantasy-esque, it's a great game. I'll link it as well if people want to check that out. So
It's yeah, I've been hearing a lot of good stuff about it, and I have a friend who's just hounding down me. He's like, "I'm gonna buy this game and gift it to you," and I was like, "Okay." So I'm pretty sure out of like I have 4 things in my Steam inventory right now. I'm pretty sure one of them is that game. So I haven't checked it yet, but I'm super stoked to play it. And I've watched some people play it, and I've heard the music, and so I'm definitely looking forward to that. Oh man.
I haven't
Yeah.
heard of this game before, but I'm definitely going to be checking it out once the stream's over because it seems like everybody is into it. So I'm like, I need to learn about this game. But
It's supposed to be a really good game too, so not just the music.
Yeah.
And I think I've seen it on Humble a few times on their store. I'm not positive on that.
It's on the store,
I
it hasn't
feel like
shown
I've
up in a
seen it.
bundle. It hasn't shown up in a bundle.
Yeah,
but it's
not
on
in
the
a
store.
bundle, just on their little store thing.
I don't,
So it
I
does
don't
go
see
on
it
sale.
showing. I don't see it showing up on a bundle unless it's like it's going to be like a $9 or $10 option. So
Yeah.
don't
It's not
expect
currently
it.
on sale on their store though.
Don't expect it to be a $1
Oh, you know what?
No.
Somebody just mentioned actually the Minecraft soundtrack.
yeah, I was just
It's
going to
so-
comment on
Yeah, I
that.
subtle.
forgot about that.
It is
It's-
really, really, really well done.
It's so subtle and it's so perfect. I mean, it's just enough. That's really all you need for Minecraft. Every once in a while, it gives
It
you
just
that
comes
euphoric
in.
feeling. Yeah,
And then there's always that little music, that little sounds that you get when you're walking around in your caves and it's too dark in certain areas.
Oh,
Those always
God.
freak me out. I'm like, oh, dadgummit.
I've nearly cried once because of that, because I could hear this. I could hear the spiders, but I couldn't see anything, and then I didn't have
Yeah.
for torches, and I was just like, I'm not playing this anymore. I logged out. I never went back to that map again because I was like, I'm gonna come across a spider, and it's gonna make me freak out. I'm gonna break something. So, yeah, very effective music-wise.
So I guess my point whenever I talk about video game music is, could you imagine playing half the games you do nowadays without a soundtrack?
No,
And
Yeah,
would
no.
it be just as powerful?
not
I mean,
at all.
it's the music drives so many video games, and I suppose that's why I have so much passion towards all of the soundtracks. I have so many OSTs on my computer; it's ridiculous. So
See, to me, music can tell a story just by itself. It doesn't need lyrics. Like certain music, just it makes its own imagery and words. So to play a game without music would definitely change the dynamic a lot, and
Yeah,
I'd probably
right.
lose interest a lot faster.
Like
Yeah.
the music just adds so much. Like I was playing through everybody's gonna hate on it, but the latest Devil May Cry game, so the newest one, I played through it.
I
and-
liked it. Okay,
It was-
I'm just
I
stopping
was-
right
yeah,
there.
I did
I've
too.
already been over this conversation with you once this week.
Yeah, I
Um,
enjoyed it a lot, but it's like the music in it, like it was all hard rock screamo, so stuff that not everybody enjoys, but stuff that I really liked. But it was like that always came in during the fights when you're trying to get these like crazy combos, trying to juggle enemies and stuff. And it just made it feel that much better when you get like all the way up to like the triple S combos and stuff. I don't.
Well, I know-
It
I know
would
when,
not have been half as fun.
yeah, in Devil May Cry 4, they had like the electro industrial
I
feel with it.
just bought that one
Yeah.
after I beat the most recent one, and I need to play it still. So it's
But I-
electrical music in that one.
It,
I
yeah,
like that.
It's
sort
kind
of
of
stuff,
like
so that's awesome.
like if you know of the band Comic Christ, like it's like heavier, hardcore, industrial.
Okay.
It's pretty intense music, so it's a good game too.
I like it.
So.
Cool.
If you want to go back in the day a little bit, I really like the Perfect Dark series.
Oh yes,
I've
Their
never played
soundtracks. I have no clue who composed it, but I just know that Perfect Dark definitely the soundtrack in it made that game, because if I had to choose between Perfect Dark and GoldenEye for gameplay experience, I would choose GoldenEye for the sheer fact that I know other people will play it with me. But if I mentioned GoldenEye versus Perfect Dark, most people would choose to play GoldenEye. But if I wanted a solo game to play, in terms of like the campaign and everything like that, I would choose Perfect Dark, because the experience is just so much more moving with the soundtrack.
And the
combat's better. The combat's definitely better, but
Yeah, I would pick Perfect Dark over GoldenEye just because the multiplayer too, because of the bots. I don't think you could have bots in GoldenEye, if I remember correctly, but in Perfect Dark they actually added that in.
There are actually people on the chat right now that know me. We would actually sit up in my room when I was like 10 years ago. We did nothing but play multiplayer Perfect Dark.
Did y'all go?
And the fact you didn't bring it up, come on now.
Everything.
To say that, did you guys do the thing where like there was like one far side on the map and somebody always tried to find it so they could shoot everybody else through the walls?
Yep.
Far
sight. I hated the far sight. It's the most unfair
so
gun
broken.
ever.
It's like,
this game
it's
sounds like
I
a
shot
lot
you
of
in the
fun.
ankle.
Cat, you missed
It's a
out.
blast. You never
Great.
played it?
I've never played it.
Also, I found the composers for the Perfect Dark soundtrack. It was Grant Kirkhope, David Klinik, and I'm gonna butcher his name, Graham Norgate.
Norgate was involved?
I've never heard of any of these men.
Norgate did actually some of the GoldenEye soundtrack.
Yeah, Norgate, which isn't surprising considering that Perfect Dark was basically a sequel to GoldenEye, since they couldn't get the rights to do a second game for James Bond.
Yeah.
Right.
I never knew that.
Well,
Yeah,
GoldenEye kind of ripped most of their songs from one of the Bond movies, so...
I never played GoldenEye either, so...
GoldenEye was good. Kat, you need to get an N64 and play that.
I had one, it got stolen.
Oh.
So, I don't want another one. Someone who
remember
knows how
that.
awesome it is and what its value is, because they took all the games too.
I'm sure a lot of people remember too. You go over to your buddy's house and you're like, "Dude, you got the expansion card?"
Oh my god!
I actually had that. I actually had one. I was so happy.
I was
Well, you
happy
couldn't
with the Rumble Pack.
Rumble
controller.
Pack.
It was one of the games that was so immersive that you actually could not play the game unless you had an expansion pack. You could only play the combat simulator.
Like,
so
For the last year of the N64, basically every game required that expansion pack. And
Yeah.
the first game I ever got, I got it at the end of its lifespan, but the first game I ever got for the N64 was Donkey Kong 64, which came with the expansion pack. So I'd never had a game that I couldn't play.
Must be nice.
Great. Yeah, it was great. I was so
miss
happy.
my N64 so bad.
We have ours in the middle room, and it still gets played. And I never realized how terrible the Mario Kart 64 looked until they played it again. I was like, this isn't 64-bit graphics. This is 2D.
right. Yeah.
2D right here. Like, it was still fun and everything, and I wasn't dissing it, but I was just like, this doesn't look half as good as I remembered it looking.
Right. When it came out, you're like, "Dude, have you seen the graphics?
Yeah.
Insane!" And now,
You look at it, you're just like, what? All I have to say
oh,
about
right.
Mario Kart is Rainbow Road. I'm not even gonna say anything else.
Here I was thinking we could talk a sensible conversation about N64 without talking about Mario Kart.
Joe
It always
ruined
comes
it.
back. Listen. And then there's also Mario Party. Best game
I've
ever.
never played it.
And that was the other one.
The party games are what make Nintendo so good at what they do, because Nintendo always has the best party games. They haven't been beaten at it yet, in my opinion, at least.
and then what's the last Mario game? Super Mario World, something like that. So
There was Super Mario 64, but Paper Mario was the best Mario game on the N64 by far.
there we go. All right.
So
So
good. It was so much fun.
Like,
it was fun. Yeah.
let's try and rope it back in because I'm about to go off on so many different tangents because I want to. Let's not. seconds. We're running out of time.
I will say the music inside Mario Kart was well done, as well as the sound effects. You know, if you just want to go outside the music, you can go to the sound effects as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I can mentally hear the sound of slipping on a banana.
Yes.
And my
The
tires
scar.
screeching and the lights coming down. Like the sound effects also made that game really, really what it was.
Yes,
So.
it really did. I have to agree.
They still haven't beaten Super Smash Bros.
Yeah, let's get away from this because my mind is just going every which way but where it needs to go right now. So, does anyone else have anything to add to their topics before we move on to the G Tribe side of things?
Well, I will thank you guys for having me today. Thank
Of
you.
course.
It's been a blast.
I'm not gonna lie. When I asked, I was like, he's probably gonna say no. And then when you said yes, I was like, yay! I did a little dance in my chair. I'm just gonna be straight up honest. I was like, yes, we've got Keegan. So,
Cool.
Thank you for agreeing to be on the show. I'm sure there's,
Absolutely.
as you can see in the chat, game music is a very big thing with all of us because this is the most active I've seen the chat since Randy last week. Like, this is crazy. So,
Cool.
Very glad to have you. So let's focus on all things Gaming Tribe for right now. First things first, I want to give a big congratulations to our 2 winners from yesterday's loot drop. That's right, we had 2 winners this time around instead of 1. They both won a Logitech G402 Hyperion Fury. Guys, enjoy that mouse. It looks awesome.
Do you have their names?
Neil Manning and Craig, was it Bennett?
I
can
know
pull it up
Neil
right
and
now.
Craig, but I don't know their last names. I just wanted to give them good.
I
good
didn't.
shout-outs.
I don't remember Craig's last name, but Neil's is Manning. So
Sweet.
yes.
I was on a iPad the whole time doing all that stuff. I'm sorry we didn't do a live coverage, but I did not have the resources or the capabilities of doing it. So
I was busy trying not to fall asleep because my body was like, take a nap now. And I'm like, but loot drop. So I'm just sitting in my chair like half asleep, trying to comment on stuff. Yesterday was interesting.
I apologize to
And
those
to,
of y'all who were expecting the live coverage.
Sorry, it wasn't.
And
It
those,
wasn't in the stars.
Those
I
names
woke
were
up late. for
Neil
this.
Manning and Craig Bartlett.
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 Hey.
Yeah.
I was
Almost got it
close. I was very close. Next thing I want to bring up for G Tribe is, for a time there was a bug that was deleting your Steam links off your profile. This has since been corrected, so make sure you edit it to put your link back. It won't go away anymore, and it'll accept 3 different formats. You can either use the name ID, your numerical ID, or just the full URL. The website will make it work regardless of which one that you use. So if you were having problems with it before, it's fixed. So no worries there.
Yay!
And also, even if you weren't having a problem before, I think when they fixed it, it wiped everyone's links, so you still need to go back and add it in anyway. So make sure you do that. And actually, I came across this through someone's status. If you're going to put your social media links on your profile, please make sure you have it set to share that information with everybody. Because I saw a status yesterday that was like, my icons aren't showing up. Why? And I'm like, did you change the setting? They're like, no. Problem fixed. So make sure you do that. Otherwise, you'll be like, why isn't this working? And get upset and put in a bug report that didn't need to be put in. So keep track of those privacy settings. Important topic also, we want to move away from using the term pay it forward and switch to using sharing. The intent is to remove the concept of compensation, be it intangible or tangible, from the topic that the word pay elicits. So we don't want any confusion. We also want to purposely avoid using the word giving so that it's not confused with a giveaway. Sharing is really the best word. So make sure if you're going to give something away, use the hashtag sharing. And it can't be, they can't give a certain amount of likes or anything else like that. It just has to be, I have this, first person to message me or say they want it gets it sort of thing. That's kind of how it is. If it's going to be something else, such as computer parts, deal with it in private message, I guess. Don't make a big spiel over the status of it, unless you're saying thank you for getting it. That's fine, obviously, but let's keep the third-party giveaways to sharing. at least when you're on a status. And the last thing I wanted to bring up is everyone must tune in next week. You have to. Next week, Sunday the 28th, we are having a live Q&A session with the one and only Angel. You have to be there. If you're not, I'm going to send my very angry cat at you because he won't like being in a box, and when you open it, he'll attack. I don't know. I'm kidding. I'm not going to send my cat. But I'll just be very upset because it's Angel. Who doesn't want to see Angel? He's finally going to be on our show. It'll be awesome. If you have any questions that you want to ask of Angel or of Massive Nostalgia Gaming Tribe, send them to Tim. If you're lucky, it might get asked live on the show, but we won't know unless you send it to us. So
Yeah, I already have about 30 questions. So
good. Now you'll get more.
I should get more. There's also a Gaming Tribe status on the Mass Luminosity page that you can go and comment there. There's statuses that I've posted. There's statuses that other community volunteers have posted. By all means, just make sure it somehow gets to me. If you put it in some obscure place, there's no way of knowing whether or not I'll get it. Try to stick away from the favorite questions. You know, Angel goes around all the time telling people that his favorite game is definitely Deus Ex, but you know, what other things does he do? So.
Yeah, there's got to
definitely
be something else you want to know about Angel. This is Angel. Come on.
So, for all intent and purposes, the time will be limited because his time is very precious. So we want to make sure that some of the most quality questions that are out there get asked, and they get asked in a very timely manner. And I look forward to everyone tuning in for that next week.
Yeah, I'm super excited because I've talked to Angel a lot on Facebook. We don't talk like every day, but every so often we just have really good conversation. He's a really awesome person to talk to, so this will be interesting to see him in a live setting, and
Right.
I'm excited. That's really what I'm gonna say. I'm like, yay! So definitely tune in. Mark your calendars, and Steve, put your football off on the side. You can record it. Be here. He says that the Steelers are playing, he's not going to be here. I'm like, no, Angel's more important than some Steelers. Come on, let's go. But that's really all I have for today. We've had some great topics. Joe, tell everyone where they can find you.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, crud. I always forget to have my Battle.net up so I can know what my username is.
You need to send it to me so I can put it on your overlay.
I did like a few weeks ago.
Oh, then it should be there, so don't worry about it. They'll just be over your face.
Well, anyways, on League of Legends, you can find me at Diabuda, D-I-A... It's already up. I keep forgetting that. I don't have to spell it anymore. You can find me at Diabuda or on MLG Clutch. If you're a lower level and you don't want to play with Diabuda, add me on MLG Clutch. But remember, I won't get on MLG Clutch almost ever unless you message me and let me know that you want to be added on that one. So if you're lucky, I might add you back on that one. If you don't feel like you're lucky, send me the email or a message of some sort. And I'll go add you on there, and just message me if you want to play, and I'll know to get onto that account instead of my other account. For my other stuff on Steam, you can find me at again at Diabuda, and on Twitch Diabuda as well, and then on Blizzard, since it doesn't look like it's on there,
I forgot to
you can find me at Diabuda hashtag or #, whichever thing you prefer to call it, and then 1854. And let me think. And I'm no gain on Gaming Tribe because I decided to use my ancient gamer tag that I've never used in the last 10 years on there for something.
Why not?
So,
All right.
Yep.
Tim, where can everyone find you?
Of course, you can find me over at Gaming Tribe pretty much way too many hours out of the week. Delka is my name over there. If you don't know how to spell that by now, I'm sorry. Steam, I do have Delka as well as D3LKA, and my primary account is the D3. Battle.net, Delka, Pounds, 1814. Twitch and League are both D3 as well. So by all means, go hit me up over on Gaming Tribe if you haven't already, and get up with me over there.
All right, Keegan.
All right. Well, got a few pages for you. First off, definitely add me on Gaming Tribe. I need more friends on there. It's just gamingtribe.com/profile/Keegan Bergerson. Also, on top of that, if you want to add me on Steam, It's steamcommunity.com/id/giveusyourbones.
Why didn't
If
you
wanna-
send me these things when I asked you for them? You only gave me your SoundCloud link, and I'm just like, okay,
I'll go ahead
Huh?
and link them in the chat as well. I'll give them to you,
Okay.
no worries.
it's fine.
And then also on top of that, if you want to check out my music, it's going to be soundcloud.com/music by Keegan. So you'll hear some exclusive tracks on there. And go ahead and give me a follow. I'd love to see you guys checking my stuff out. So
Music is the key. I'm just kidding. Sorry. Tangent there. So yeah, we'll go ahead and everyone add him. He needs friends. I gave him a boost on my profile before the show because Keegan's awesome. He's a magician with music and he's a cool dude. So add him because I say so.
thank you.
And for me, you can find me on G Tribe. Profile is KD KAYDEE. On Steam, it is KD Gaming. It used to be Miss Kitty 247, but I've since changed it, so it's now KD Gaming. On Battle.net, I am KD Pound 1779. On League, I am KD Cat, but I don't really use it. So you guys need to make me use this because I'm never gonna log in otherwise. And that's really it. If you want my Skype, ask me directly. If you want my Facebook, ask me directly because I've since taken it off of my profile. I'm going to be going through a big friends list clean because there's a bunch of people I never ever talk to, and my newsfeed is just packed with stuff I never look at. So now, if you want it, you have to ask me directly so I know who you are. So yeah, that's it really. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of GT Insider. Please tune in next week. That is our big show. Fanfare music, not really, but still, it's very important. We hope to see you next week, and I hope you enjoyed all the topics today.
All right, you guys, we're going to place what I played at the beginning of the stream by Keegan. This is just a little sampler from his GT Insider work, and I'm going to kill the stream at the end of it. So, all right, everybody. By all means, y'all enjoy. This has been a great episode of GT Insider, and remember to tune in next week for the live community Q&A with Angel.